I would say that a zine is a self-published mini magazine.
They're usually handmade photocopies, works of art, really.
I like the total creative freedom that zines embody, and I also like that they're often a medium for alternative voices.
So you'll see like fanzines or review zines that review maybe like girl punk bands that are performing, or there could be like political zines or activist zines.
Zines are fun and good to collect and a cheap way to sort of get yourself out there.
Hearing about the process, hearing about how much work goes into it makes it something extraordinary.
There's something about the tangibility of print that I think I romanticize a lot.
People always say, oh, print is dying, but I really don't believe that.
Down the road, 10, 20, 50 years, do you think that zines are still going to be around?
I think they will be.
We have a collection of about 15 artists here. Some of us have multiples and some are collaborations between our members. But yeah, art is here to make your day.
So this one comes with a free CD.
Medial art class.
Yeah, this is issue number 6.
Our editor is standing right behind you. He compiled this from several of our members, just on whatever themes are relevant to each artist.
And there's some great articles and stories in there too.
Very cool.
Interviews with musicians.
If you don't know who we are, but I'm Mark, this is Esther.
Yes, we met here in the library
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Great.
There you go. Okay, we're having a workshop here at Art Center College of Design, and we're going to make art, collaborative art, and then we're going to print it in different shapes and forms using the Xerox machine and all kinds of other tricks. And then we're going to collate it using all kinds of tricks and fun things.
This is kind of what we're going to be doing a version of today for the zine workshop. We made this in collaborated with about, I guess, 15 artists from Sweden when we were over there for a residency last year. It was about a 6-hour workshop where we silk screened, we drew, we Xeroxed, we collaborated, and we put together about 25 of these books. They were all slightly different. They all had original art in them and different people's work. We have little writing and things. So we're going to do something kind of like that today.
We're going to do some collaborative drawings, some crazy pass around things, scavenger hunt.
You want to show this? This is the one from Sweden.
We have a specialized art and design library here at Art Center. We try to include student work as much as possible. So we have a lot of zines that we've gotten donated from current students or alumni of Art Center. What's so great about zines is that they're completely flexible and they could be about anything in any format. They could have text or no text, all image. There's just so much flexibility. People don't have to go through all the layers of mainstream publishing. They can just get their words out there and their message out there without having to be mediated in any way.
You're going to draw your cover here. It's going to be on your right-hand side, and this is going to be your back cover.
Well, I took a palette from the palette pad that somebody had given me. I make a lot of art, 2D and 3D stuff with when I peel off the paint from palettes like this. And so I had one that I can't get the paint off of, and I thought it'd be good for a cover.
It's a photocopy or a print of a large ink drawing I did, a page from a early foundations class about facial expressions, work from a design class about different color.
So we've made tons of Xeroxes. The students' drawings, we've kind of gathered them together, ran down to the Xerox machine, Xeroxed it onto cardstock, colored papers. We're kind of going to set up an assembly line of sorts. We're going to have everybody in maybe an hour or two come by, and this will be kind of the guts of the zines, the collaboration kind of part of it. So everyone's going to get a few sections of each of these. These actually will be folded into little mini zines that could go into little baggies and stuff with toppers, or they could cut them and we can kind of do more of an accordion style. It's pretty open.
You don't have to.
We brought bags, so you could even like stitch that together and slip it into a bag, which gets stapled into the zine.
Okay, and then when you get here, you're going to pick one for your book. So you get two of those, and then you get one of each of these. One of these.
Just
and then
one?
you for a
one
book
of every
for one
single
book.
one.
No.
No, just
one.
Just
total.
one.
That's not a.
There's going to be a lot extra, and what we can
We'll
do
come
is come back and get more.
We'll probably throw the rest on the table.
Right.
Because I made 4 or 5 of each of those.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I guess I think this is random scraps.
Oh, okay. No, that's
There's already staples in it, so I don't, and the cover I believe is separate. So to add that cover, I'll just stitch it on to the back side rather than right along the spine. So I'll just get that lined up. There's a foot pedal on these sewing machines to guide it through. And so through paper, it does a decent job. There are different needles that you can get, so it cuts differently. Things like that, and it's fairly easy to use. Pull it through, cut that off. All right, so what I did is I just stitched it to the back, so now the cover is mounted.
Or you can just keep sewing off. Yeah. And then
you can do previous.
I think it's done.
And so you lift it off and you gently pull out.
No, go a little more. Don't go here. Like,
Pull out a little more. Yeah, because you're gonna
cut here.
Or you can cut cut lower and then you can knot it so it won't come out.
Wait, that's a lot. That's wait, more.
Here.
There you go.
Yeah, because now you can knot it so it won't fall out.
Copying is like another word for transferring the same image, color and all, onto a blank piece of paper. So we just put them down in the scanner, get new blank white cardstock papers, put them on the tray, put the original into the scanner face down like this, and then you close that thing up.
So how does it feel to have your zines completed?
It's very self-satisfying actually. Plus when you don't feel so satisfied with how it looks like, you can just add on like stickers and more like collages or even more papers and like get your meat going on in this book.
Yeah, sewing is pretty awesome. You can get all these nice strings that hang out of your book.
I love the string.
I love this string.
So what's it like having the books in your hand?
It's bigger than I expect, and that's quite awesome to really do a book of your own, and of course with the other works of the old those artists.
She's an LA native and a writer and editor, and she dreamed this whole thing up, so we have her to thank for it. Taylor Lawrence.
Hi everyone. I've always been much more comfortable behind the scenes, and so deciding to work with this group of women, it was much easier for me to just objectively view their work and help in any way that I could. It's an incredible feeling to have a tiny seed just right there and to see it actually grow into something that people not only want to be a part of, but want to hear and want to witness and want to take home with them and have with them and read again, hopefully.
I recently read that Planned Parenthood will now deliver birth control to your door if you live in Minnesota or Washington. And I recently, for the first time in my life, considered moving to Minnesota or Washington. Jordan had been waiting for more than an hour, but he let me cry in his car anyway. He bought me a bean and cheese burrito at a Mexican restaurant that was perfect. Well, almost perfect. That place would have been way better if it delivered.
All right, those are all of our readers, and actually you want to have them come back up. Yeah, Christina, you just sat down, but you had to come back. We could have all of you guys come up, just so we can say thank you. I think it went well. I feel a little euphoric. I was just very nervous. It's our first event. There's a lot of room for error, so I'm very relieved now. There were plenty of people. People were really responsive to the material. There was laughter. I think overall it was a great introduction to many more events to come. I've just always had a huge place in my heart for physical words, I think. I love the way that books are bound. I'm always fascinated by the way paper feels and smells. And there's a permanence to it. Blogs, stories get lost. The books that have been shared with me have held a much more special place than just a link that someone pastes into a chat box or shares on Facebook. So there's something about the tangibility of print that I think I romanticize a lot, but I think it'll always just be irreplaceable to me.
I'm Christina Wolfgram, and I contributed an essay called A Girl's Guide to Getting an IUD. It's a journey of mine that I took in South Los Angeles when I didn't have enough money to buy my own birth control. To have a crowd even laughing at things that I never thought in my own mind could bring laughter, to hear them was really great, really cool, and really worthwhile. I actually do a lot of blogging, and writing for a zine was refreshing. I didn't have to worry about numbers. I didn't have to worry about going viral or anything like that. It was really more art for art's sake, which was really great.
I was always a daddy's girl, but not because he gave into every plea.
My name is Becky May. Honestly, I was really concerned that no one was going to get it and that it was just too heavy, dumping something like the death of your father on an audience of strangers isn't exactly something that people typically do. It was surprising, but I mean, it's great to know that people can connect with you on that kind of level. It's difficult, it's one thing if you're having writer's block about, a topic that you've done research on, but when it comes to something that's so emotional, it's definitely a different kind of writing process.
What brought the most joy to me was being trusted with these really, especially in Becky's case, these very sensitive stories and moments in these girls' lives. It feels pretty magical.